Hey, how's it going? I'm Seth with Air Theater Designs, and we're here today to talk about universal remotes. We love universal remotes. Specifically today, URC MX990 versus the MX790, also from URC. In our good, better, best hierarchy, these are two great options. We think they're great options. In our good line, and there's three main differences between these. Why get a universal remote? We did a video a little while ago that kind of talks all about that. We're going to include a link to it up here. So you click on that link, that goes over our full review we did previously in the 790 and why a universal remote is great. But today we're just talking about the three differences between the two, and you can figure out which one is best for you. Come along. All right, so the first big difference between our MX-790 and our 990 is in the size of the screen. You have a 2.4-inch screen on the 990 versus a 2-inch screen on the 790. Doesn't sound like a lot, but if you see, it's pretty noticeable, and it's actually close to a 30% difference in surface area. So that's a difference. One other thing as well is with the 990, we have the ability to make custom graphics. Why is that important for you? Well, on your 790, you're going to have small little icons for whatever the source is. Blu-ray, Apple TV, cable box, whatever you got. On this guy, we're able to build these buttons larger. So right now, where you might be able to see there's kind of small icons for each one, we could change this whole bottom of the screen to one button that might say something like, as an example, to watch Netflix. So you got guests over, you got babysitter over. They might not know that a little tiny button on here that says Netflix equals, hey, this is going to automate the whole system to get Netflix rocking. On this guy, the button that says to watch Netflix, that might be more intuitive for some people. So a lot of people like that custom graphics function that you have with the 990 versus the 790. That's the first big difference between these two remotes. All right, so the second big difference that you find between the MX790 and the 990 has to do with the way these things are charged. So with the 790, you use 4 AA batteries. AA's are great, unless it's 11:30 at night, you're watching a show. Battery's out. You go in your battery drawer, no batteries. You know, then you got to do a sketchy trip to 7-Eleven, 11:30 at night. No one wants to go there 11:30 at night, right? If you've got MX990, no such problem. This uses a rechargeable battery and a docking station, kind of like a cordless phone. These batteries normally last 3 to 5 years. Your mileage might vary a little bit there, but you just pop it in your docking station, charges it up, you're ready to go. So for a lot of people, that's a big selling point between the 990 and the 790. Now let's hit on the third difference we see between these remotes. All right, the third main difference that you see between the MX990 and the 790 has to do with their backlighting. So when you're using these things in the evening, you want to be able to see what's going on, right? So between the two, Ethan, can you turn the lights out? Thank you. You'll take a look at the difference between these two here. I'll make sure these guys are on, a little closer. Don't get frightened, very dark. You'll notice that the buttons down below, the lighting is much more vibrant with the 990 than you see with the 790, and it's just easier to read. So where both of them do light up, you have that capability where you can see what's going on with the 990. The 990 also has what we call a shake to wake feature. So when it's off and I just shake it, it lights it up, and it's very convenient compared to the 790 where you got a light on here. Can you turn the lights back on, sir? So that is the third difference that you see between these two. There's also a thing that's called conditional logic. You don't need to worry about that. It's 99.99% of people would never need to use that function. It's more a programmer thing. So if you are in the 0.01% and you're wondering about conditional logic, just type something into our page. We'll answer that question. But that's the third main difference between these. These remotes are great options if you've got an audio video receiver, soundbar, TV, streaming devices, cable boxes, DirecTV. You know, it's an audio video solution. If you wanted to do things that are more tied to automation though, things like irrigation, shades, lighting, you want to touch one button and shades drop and lights go on, these really aren't the solution for that. That's where you would get into their step-up line that's called URC Total Control, and it gives you the capability to do that stuff. If you want phone control, tablet control, that's for total control. But if you want to watch some TV, these are great options. And price-wise, you're looking, the 990 retails at about $600. $380 on the 790, so there's not a big price difference between them, but go with the one you like. They are both as capable as each other, so you won't find where one automates things better than another. Let us know if you have questions. Thanks for stopping by.